Hey, cycle breakers, and welcome to the Fuck That Bullshit Podcast, the original podcast where real conversations happen. Now let me reintroduce you to the crew. Big Sexy Fred Turner, bringing big brother energy, grounded perspective, and the smooth, steady wisdom that makes truth easier to hear, even when it's hard to swallow. Brian G. Money Turner, cool in the cut, laid back until he's not, funny until it gets deep, and wise enough to make you laugh before he makes you think. And I'm Shawnnell, no BS Batiste, licensed professional counselor, speaker, advocate, and your favorite no bullshit therapist, bringing deep reflection, accountability, and no BS compassion that invites people to think deeper, choose on purpose, and grow with wisdom. We bring in culture, empowerment, community, and we're talking about the systems, oppression, and choice. We're getting into all the challenges, accountability, and healing. We've got it all, even the topics some don't want to discuss, because all of it affects your mental health. Now listen, just like back then, these conversations have language and content that is not for the children's. This is grown folks' business, and it might make some grown folks uncomfortable. Now, while this show can be therapeutic, it is not therapy, nor is it a substitute for professional care, legal advice, or your own discernment. So if you need support processing, unpacking, or healing through anything that comes up for you, please reach out to a professional resource. PTBS was made for the cycle breaker, the truth seeker, survivors, overthinkers, black sheep, family scapegoats, healers, and anybody tired of pretending that they don't see, feel, and experience what they do. So consider this your invitation. The apple is on the table. The knowledge is there. The question is, are you willing to take a bite? You can choose to change your mind. We just want you to think. Let's talk. Let's talk, people. And
What's happening? What is happening?
Wait. My mic ain't even plugged in. Oh, Lord.
That's why you sound like you over there. Instead of right here.
I got the wrong stuff all plugged up. How about that?
Oh, yeah, that's buku.
There you go.
Now we in the game. Welcome to the PTBS Fuck That Bullshit Podcast with all of my lovely people and our wonderful special guest, Harley Hendricks, professional imaginary friend. Yeah.
Am I going to sound right?
Yes, you do.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So, like, this is a good subject, so we ain't even gonna bullshit around. We're gonna get right into it. Today we talking about fuck that women don't initiate sex bullshit, because Brian mentioned, when we was having our little chat, like, that he saw a video about a man or somebody talking about women don't initiate sex. And first of all, I just want to say it's a goddamn lie, but I do understand why some women don't, and I think
Okay, it's y'all job to make us understand that, because I don't understand.
You don't understand which part, Fred? Which part you understand?
Okay. Here's the part I don't, it's not so much as y'all don't, because if you don't want to do it, you just don't want to do it. Not a raper, man. I ain't gonna make you do it.
Right.
But I don't understand why, and I'm not singling you two ladies out.
Of course,
just
they're not personal.
In general, why do they always feel like that's a trump card for like an argument or
okay.
I want you to do this. If you don't do this, you ain't getting none tonight. My thought is, if you haven't given me none in 3.5 weeks, that's an idle threat.
Good point.
Hilarious.
Good point.
It's been 3.5 weeks, motherfucker. At this point, I don't even care.
Yes.
It's like when you're parenting and you take everything from the kid and then you don't have no leverage.
Right. I would say that it is hard for the ladies that are constantly like, you ain't gonna get none, but like Big Fred said, you don't never give them none.
Right.
And I feel like on the other side of that coin is the young ladies like myself who always give it. We're not gonna want to use it as a trump card, because if I'm already mad at you, I kind of don't want to not also have that. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm annoyed and I'm not gonna look at you, so I'm gonna bend over, but I still need that. Okay. I think the women who leverage that, like you said, Big Fred, already kind of didn't have any intention of doing the sexual deed either. And I also feel like because of how much men talk about, involve themselves with, and engage in sex, I think it's just an easy go to.
I think so too.
Cop out for women. Like I feel like we cop out because of how much we feel that you guys want it.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, and let's think about that because
nobody went that deep into it.
I mean, I've been accused before of, not initiating. I've been accused before of treating people like a piece of meat and stuff, right? And not necessarily, but sometime in my past, yes, right? But I think one of my things was, this is the conditioning that you taught me as men, right? If I keep getting involved with men or keep being around men that all they want is cooch, right? Yeah. You just automatically assume you're trying to get my booty. You know what I'm saying? Like every time, tell somebody, say, man, girl, I want to cook for you. You just trying to get my booty. So let me think about it before I come over there, so I can decide what I want to do, right? And all that. Well, I got proved wrong, because my boo didn't want of course he wanted to get some booty, but it wasn't his intention, right?
Yeah.
And so he just wanted to cook me food, and stuff. And we had that conversation before where I'm like, yeah, I thought you was just trying to get it in, and I was all right with that, right? And stuff. But he genuinely wanted to cook me food, and I'm like, oh,
you like me, okay? All right,
that's cool. But the natural assumption, because we've been in situations before where we thought that meant that you liked us. So now I don't know what signs to use. I don't know exactly, like, do you want to get my booty? Do you not want to get my booty, right? Or do you only interested in that? Or just, you like my brain too, my personality? That's cool. Like, and I've had people that I've been involved with that did like all of me, but they ain't stick around either, though, right? So I was like,
I think it's kind of the flip side, because I think from an early young age, I've been so tapped into myself sexually. And what's so sad is our culture tells you, like, people will tell you that if you are a woman and you're tapped into your sex, then you kind of should not expect a long-lasting relationship. Like, you shouldn't expect somebody to want to take you seriously because you a fun girl. Like, you're to have fun with, but you probably not gonna be somebody that's gonna meet anybody's mama. Now, for the record, I met all these niggas' mamas, so don't let nobody ladies. However, though, I think mentally you kind of put yourself in that place of like, I just don't expect it. So most of my dating experience, I kind of got accused, like you said, Shawnnell, of treating me like a piece of meat, because I kind of come into the ordeal like, this is temporary. I'm always ready to say goodbye to somebody. I've been in this relationship with my partner for now almost 8 years. And anytime it gets a little shaky, the first thing that's in my head is like, okay, this might be over with. I'm always prepared to say goodbye to someone. And I don't think it has anything to do with how much I love sex, but I do know that it started with that. Like, I feel like being a woman who is bold enough to be like, hey, I just want to smash tonight. There is something about that makes people kind of look at you different. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's my friends or my family, any person around me, like most people will refer to me as a nasty friend. I'm their freaky friend. I'm their
that's my nasty friend.
Like big friend, and I am excited to see what Harley gonna say. And I love it. I think you get to a place in life where you have to know kind of who you are. And I think this topic comes from knowing who you are. A lot of women do not know themselves as a sexual being. Most women just know themselves as a person who is in the bed to please. Once you find out that you can be pleased too, and the bed can be for you, you want to initiate because you want to do it. That's why men want to have sex. Men want to have sex because men get pleased in the bed. But a lot of women, our pleasure is not broadcast as much. So we don't feel as comfortable being sexual beings. So actually sex becomes a chore to us. And that's why we can say, if you don't clean up the bathroom, I'm not going to suck your dick, right? Because that's the chore. Right. Instead of realizing that like sucking dick is an exciting experience. Yeah. That's an empowering experience. Have you ever seen a man cave in front of you while you are yet on your knees in front of him? Right. That's exciting to me. That's beautiful to me.
Why
Who
you had that
wouldn't dare
look?
make a man think that's a reward for him? I really don't care that you there, sir.
I think that has a whole lot to do with it. Like, historically, we have been denied sexual agency. You know, like think about the fact that marriage was once basically ownership papers. You know, that
Right.
you know,
Right.
I own you. I can do what I want to with you. Her pleasure was not. I don't give a damn if you nut or not. Like I'm gotten my rocks off, and that's all you supposed to be doing is making babies anyway, girl. You know, so there was no, you know, you couldn't say no, right? You could not say no because that was your husband. You had to do it. And there are women that still have that fucking mentality. So much so that my one of my daughter's friends back in the day, her boyfriend wanted to get it on. She didn't want to, but she thought she had to because that was her boyfriend. And I was like, no, baby, no.
That was in the 2000s.
Yes, it was just a few years ago.
Doing that to this day.
In the 2020s.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And that's also because her mother didn't teach her better, right? And so whatever these little boys was telling her, that's what she was believing. And he had an old school patriarchal. That's what I was gonna say at the beginning. You want to know why women don't initiate? The patriarchy. Show over.
Show over. Patriarchy, capitalism.
Right? Because it's all rooted in a patriarchal power control dynamic, right? And then once we get to a point that we start expressing sexual agency, we talked about it last week about Lil Kim came out and was all nasty on the record, and then people was judging her. Immediately they was like, "Oh, look, she a nasty girl. Oh my God." Right. There are women that I know what I call good girl syndrome that only have vanilla sex if they have it, you know, because they grandma ingrained in their head, good girls don't do that.
Girl, turn them lights on.
You know, you're gonna go in Christianity too. You're gonna go to hell if you have an orgasm. It's not good for you. Unless you're getting it on with the pastor.
Right.
You living in hell without these orgasms. Y'all got these men that's giving y'all stress. Y'all got these men that's taking y'all through hell and they not making you come. That's a problem.
That's not fair. That ain't right. If you don't give me shit, the least you could do is make me come.
Well, my thing, it's not really my question because I got my questions written down, but that's not one of my questions. So I'm saving my questions. But I like with everything, especially with everything y'all two was saying. That was stuff I never considered because I'm not the rape a man guy. I'm not.
Right, I'm about to say y'all have a different mentality.
Right? Yeah. So it's
y'all don't operate in a patriarchal mindset.
Right.
That's why my dude get along. He don't operate. So when he's asking questions, I'm like, dude, like you don't realize, like I've been sexualized since I had titties. You know what I'm saying? Since people realized my ass was fat, right? And I was still a child, and I was sexualized, right? And that's why we get that, you know. Well, Uncle so-and-so come over, you gotta put some clothes on.
Yeah,
well, why is that a me problem? I'm just growing. I'm just going through puberty, you know, and stuff like that. So like, and then that part too, the onus being put on us as female children to not turn men on. What?
Yeah. That's that bullshit.
Right. So what does it look like for me to initiate anything as I get older? If the onus was always put on me anyway, no, I'm confused.
Yeah. But here's the complication. All right. The scenario, like you change the scenario from a generalized perspective to a more specific perspective. It's a couple relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's just that woman and that man, which is where this came from when I saw the little video, you know, and they were talking specifically about couples, married couples, or, you know, just, you know, them people in that relationship, that lack of initiation. So there's no, like a lot of the other entities that y'all was talking about, like these things are not happening. It's just two happy people.
Yeah, just two people.
And everything else.
But we talking
but there's no,
That's the things we talk about it's been historically and it's subconscious. You don't know you're doing it. You don't know that this is like
right. But
what she's saying
is
the consequences that we are discussing kind of trickle down to the happy couple, right? Like so
it's going to trickle down to that.
The young lady in the relationship is trying to find herself after all of these things that kind of are aforementioned, like before we get into the actual just meat and potatoes of it. Because I also understand, Brian, where you're coming from, especially in my specific situation where I have a live-in partner who I've been living with for almost 8 years. Initiating sometimes it is now kind of the conversation that we are starting to have as we get into the long-term standing, right? Because he doesn't want to always feel like he's just coming in the house ripping me apart. And then as a woman, because I'm just in the house all day, I work from home, I crochet and create from home. I want to still be desired the way I was when I was a single woman. And where we are right now in our relationship, it's kind of both of us are kind of waiting on the other person sometimes to initiate, because I kind of want to be taken. Because I miss that. Like when you are a single woman, you are pursued from all over. When you narrow down and become one man's woman, you get all of that from him. You expect all of that from him. And he also expects all of that from you. Even with he and I being polyamorous, we still have that. And we struggle. We're struggling right now. Not struggling, we're getting through it. Kind of figuring out the balance of initiating. So like for instance, right now, I'm podcasting, but he's gone. When he come in, I'm gonna be dressed in something that's gonna make him want to initiate, or that'll make me feel more powerful to initiate. Because we have to work through the circumstance.
And see, and that's my thing. Like to me, the issue comes in, and I understand what you're saying now. You know about the historic factor, but you in a relationship. You're not really thinking about and for real, like I said, a lot of what you said was damn. That shit still happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's information like most men are not privy of. And so if you in a relationship as a man, you thinking I'm attracted to my woman's attracted to me. So you just think the same natural.
Oh, y'all know me. I like it a lot and all that. But in my marriage, I reached a point that I wasn't attracted to him at all. I was like, don't fucking touch me. But because he wasn't doing the things necessary as a man in the household, right? He wasn't, providing, protecting, showing safety, getting the kid in the tub, making a meal, nothing. Doing nothing. Then you're like, girl, I did everything today. I don't want to do that.
I will say sex starts before the bedroom with women a lot of times, man. Like men, you guys want that initiation, but honestly, I don't know a woman who isn't ready to give that initiation if those acts of service haven't been had. Like a lot of women lean on other love languages, but we all need to agree that as a species, we actually hold a high regard for acts of service. Like if you two men are men's men. So I know y'all, y'all are doing yards. If something broke in the house, you fixing it. Those types of things, get your ding-a-ling grabbed. Especially in my house. If the hammer come out, I'm grabbing something.
Yeah. Like we don't have these issues. Like I just killed a snake in the backyard with my bare hands.
Yes, Brian.
And I know your wife was naked by the time you came in the house.
That's right, Brian.
Okay, I ran over him with a lawnmower though.
A kill is a kill, bro.
Right. I felt real good about myself, Let my cape blow in the wind. You know?
Right. Because again, that's a sign of protection. And you know what I'm saying? Like, get this. I don't care if the snake this big. Please get it. If it's a spider, please get it. Like, I had to learn not to be scared of spiders because my man wasn't killing spiders because he was scared of them. I'm like, no, you got to face your fears because you're a man. Like, so I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to kill this spider. So right. So, but and then when that happens, I'm not attracted to you. I'm not like. So I had to do your job. Well, I guess I go ahead and get this rose and do my job.
Yeah, your job.
Yeah. When you say rose, I was thinking like of a real rose.
Not that kind of rose. Right.
I mean,
that's my problem. I'm not
good
at the road when you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and that's why I try to do what I'm supposed to do. Because I am a avid. If you're not doing it, someone else will.
Right. But going back to what you said, Harley, that like the acts of service, that and that's important because that it really is cross the board. Yeah, that really is cross the board. Wait, who is that?
That's for sure.
Largely because of the way he too. There you go. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and for a man's man, just speaking to the men's men that may be viewing or listening right now. Right, those acts of service, like we do those things like off just natural things. Like, natural. Yeah. And I mean I do so much shit, but I got banned from washing clothes. That's the only thing.
What you do, Ryan?
Well, it's because I don't believe in racism. And
so
I don't believe
the colors.
The white should be separated from the colors.
My dude is like,
I'm trying to bring unity one load at a time. You know what I'm saying?
No, come on, man.
Yeah, so my wife was like, you know what? You
integration was a trap, my brother. Separate the flow.
I'm trying to bring the community together over here.
The first time our mama taught us how to wash clothes, she taught us how to separate white.
I'm not saying I don't know how to separate.
I
just don't believe in segregation.
Not to.
You know what I'm saying? I'm actively bringing them clothes.
She like her clothes not integrated. All right.
No integrated.
Take her back to the 40s.
What do y'all think about the statement that a man proves masculinity by initiating? Because that's kind of a belief system of a lot of people.
I ain't never heard that shit. I
think those things are rooted in religion, personally.
It makes sense. It makes sense
because every time if I look at a movie and I see like the man initiating, it's borderline rape man shit. Because it's like he go to get some, she say no. She just going through something. Her mama just died.
Right.
He's slinging her ass on the bed, tearing off her 1925 underwear. He just get up and he walk off, and she always laying there, and I be looking like, damn, that was fucked up.
But that the fact that you use when you see it in a movie, but I think those things become an influence, and because we don't know, and we were all taught ass backwards wrong. You know what I mean? Young men are taught you don't approach a woman like that. You don't put your hands on a woman, or you don't grab on a woman, or you don't get with a woman and then just try to have sex. Historically, I remember I was dating this chick long ass time ago. It was a long time ago. I got to be clear with that. My wife be like, what the fuck you talking about? Right? And because I was on that gentleman vibe with her, because I really did, I was really digging her. But because I was really digging, I was like, I ain't gonna, press, for the booty, y'all. I'm here for Kung Pao chicken, not Kung Pao coochie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I'm trying to stay on that lane. About 2 weeks in, the girl was like, "Are you gay? Because you ain't never tried." Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, "Nah." I was like, "Fuck no." But you ain't never approached. I'm like, I thought women don't want you to act like that,
Right.
So it was like it was mad.
We're influenced by what we see, and then expect that same thing because of that. Then, like, what is there else to do? Because you had an expectation, she had a different expectation. What you say, Charlie?
No, I was saying I feel like it's a spectrum, and I feel like that's the reason why I love conversations like the one we're having today. Right. It's because all of this falls on a spectrum, right? Like,
absolutely.
It is absolutely both true that some women do not want you to be all up over them. And it's also very much true that there are some women who will feel like you don't care and don't find them attractive if you're not all over them.
Right.
And I feel everybody falls somewhere within that
in between.
And you have to, like Brian was saying, you have to have that conversation with your individual partner to see where y'all fall on that continuum and to see if y'all are where y'all supposed to be at. Because some people are on different parts of the continuum and they don't know it, and that's why there's friction in their relationship.
Right. Facts on top of facts.
Goddamn mouth. Don't expect me to read your mind and figure you like to be hung off the ceiling with chains. I'm not gonna know unless you tell me. Okay.
So I saw some videos that was kind of talking about that too, where it was like,
oh, wait a minute, hold on. Ollie got a friend.
Oh, yeah. I'm a man then, because if I want it from my man, she gonna initiate.
Yeah,
I hang out with women who initiate.
Hey, woman, baby. Okay.
You know, but I was saying like, but definitions too, though. Like, what is your definition of initiate? Because when I got accused of not initiating, I thought I was initiating when I sent a sexy photo. Right?
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Right.
You know, we like to put our booty on. Yeah, we figure that's initiating, right? So, what is your definition of initiating?
That's true. I feel like a booty school. A booty school is fair game. If I booty school, you should know.
Thank you. Yeah,
go put it in.
I think one of the ones you said was saying, he was like, so if a woman come downstairs in some short shorts and in her crop top,
that's a sign that
that's one of them shorts.
Yeah.
But she got on the Eskimo.
Yeah.
Nah, not tonight, right? Because that for us is initiating. I'm gonna put on
the this woman sucked this man. Right. So it is, and I do think it's a some women are not just wide open, with their sexuality, and maybe in the throes of passion, more open. But that initial vibe, no matter how comfortable they are around their man, it's not automatic. And I think that comes back to that teaching. It's like, you're not supposed to act like that, no matter how old you are. It's hard to let go of those vices. Not for me though, because I'm a Virgo and we do.
Y'all do what y'all do.
Yeah.
Y'all do what y'all do. Yeah. But it's all about the vulnerability of initiation. Because I know men talk about it like, I don't like being, nobody likes rejection. Right. So what happens with a woman that initiates? I mean, and I remember it was right after I got married. Because I still had the mentality that men want it whenever you get offer it to them. Why would he say no? Because that's what men like, right? And all that. And so I remember after I got married and I was trying to initiate and all that, he said no. My heart was broken. I was like, what the fuck is going on? You tricked me? You bamboozled me? Like you did a switcheroo? Like I could get it when I want to before, but now I can't because I'm married now. Right? And all that. I mean, the man was tired. It wasn't nothing. I know it was just tired, but I never considered.
I'm gonna bust this myth real quick. We don't always want it 24 hours a day, 7 days.
Yeah, that shit is not fucking
tiresome, man. Like,
right. Because go ahead, Fred.
It's like if you just ran everywhere every day. After a while, you're gonna pass out. You
can't get
the thing like what Brian was talking about with the woman sucking the dude dick for 17 hours. We know that's bullshit. That was 5 minutes tops. Let's be honest. Sex will probably last like what, 15, 20 minutes?
Right. And that's the thing too. So expecting hours and hours of.
Oh, wait a minute, because I'm like Brian. I got to put disclaimers on everything. Years and years ago.
Yeah, buku years ago, Dad.
Buku years ago. Some
back in the 80s.
Way back in the
time. I don't, I think we need to break up. And I'm like, why? Because I thought we was going to go at it for like 2.5 hours. I was like, who the heck? Who you
wait. Yeah, I can't even say in the 90s. It is. I don't see the necessity.
It depends on what 2.5 hours is. Like, do you count parts?
Right. See, that's the thing. Is it 2.5 hours of pure pumping and stuff?
But that would be impossible.
I don't know what
you would need to call the ambulance for most men.
Yeah, somebody on some drugs. If you got 2.5 hours,
right.
Pure pumping, somebody on some drugs or somebody's body parts ain't doing what they supposed to do. If we got some good pure pumping going on for 15 minutes, somebody coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I found out later she was like heavy into porn, and this was like back in the day when everything was on VHS. So she was doing a lot of rewinding. Yeah. So that's what it was. And I'm like, you're not.
But even that, like,
you're not the girl for me. I can't, because no.
Like, remember last week we were talking kind of like that you have to be able to distinguish between what's real and what's not.
Oh, now see,
because you can watch porn all day long. You have to know it. Like you have to have enough sense to see when it's a loop. You can, you know what I'm saying? When something goes that you know, right, and all that. Like real life and television are different, right? Mm-hmm. This is a performance there, and this is real life over here, and you have to think critically to do that. No, you can't just walk up to your woman unless you have prearranged this and you know she like it and grab her around the neck and slam her against the wall, unless you know she into that sort of thing.
Right.
Right. Because otherwise you're gonna be like, bitch, you know. So like
somebody be going to jail.
Exactly.
But you know, some people can't separate fantasy from real life.
And that's a problem.
And
well, we're not talking about Trump tonight.
That
was good.
I think that's also a fear when it comes to women and maybe getting quote unquote too freaky, right? Is sometimes women don't want to cross a threshold, and then that man's imagination takes them somewhere that they don't want to. And I can say that I've experienced that before. Like being a woman who presses a lot of sexual boundaries, I have partners that press sexual boundaries. And I've found myself in sexual situations with some freaks, and I thought I was a freak, and then I was up on something from the ceiling, and now I'm like, what the hell? I'm hanging from this man's ceiling. Now wait a minute,
you and that motherfucker, safe word.
Pineapple. The safe word, avocado. I'm saying avocado. I done became a new chandelier in this man's house. I don't know what he doing.
Right. But I saw this video and I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it. But this dude, he made his wife, you know, I mean, of course they had clothes on. It was on Facebook, but he made her like do all the sexual positions that he have to do, and he was standing there looking at his watch, like, nope, keep going, keep going.
I saw that one. Yes,
right? Yeah, she was burnt out.
That should have worked out.
Yeah.
I have sex with women, so I use a strap on and I have sex with women. I know that's a workout. I know y'all go through something.
There you go. I'm so glad you do that. So you can know.
So people understand.
Yeah, they
don't. I have sex with very curvy women. See, I like a woman with some butt, so I do some lifting, and I'm small.
Right.
So I get you, fella.
You be doing heavy lifting. Yeah, you be putting the work in, man. You put the work in.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
You got to be too something, do something over here, and I am not nowhere near too something.
But I will tell you.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5", 160 pounds, and the smallest woman I've ever had sex with is probably 200 something pounds.
Oh wow! Damn. All right.
Yeah, I like it. You know, I like it.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. Right on.
I will say this. Because it looked like this podcast starting to get some traction. I'm looking over here to the left.
I'm sharing as we going along, y'all. I'm just like y'all
keep going up. But I don't know about other men, and maybe Brian can chime in on this if he wants to. But like when y'all was talking about before, like when you don't know like what your partner like. And as a man, and when y'all into it, and then she say something like, grab my hair. Then you like, huh? Yeah. And so then you go and do it, and then you know it just all the commands just start rolling out after that.
Right.
But it's kind of like you said, like Harley said, you know, some people take it too far, but it is kind of exciting when she says something that you've been wanting to do.
Right.
But you didn't know if she wanted to do it or not. And then she give you the okay, like green light. Go.
Right.
Yes.
And is Buku more comfortable? Is Buku more comfortable, especially like if it's the woman's idea?
Right.
Like you definitely feel more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And I guess maybe it might be like a hard, not necessarily a hard conversation to have, but you nervous about how
it's a weird
right? Yeah, it's like
because I think we need another good reason to have conversations like this is like you should be comfortable having actual sexual conversations, with your mate. Like that's who you with. So like you should be able to be like, you know what, try a thing. What you think about
Right.
that?
It's like, baby, can I stick my dick in your ear?
You know what? I ain't thinking about that, but let's try that tonight, right?
I like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And again, it's the stigma that's attached to it's the stigma that's attached to sex and wild sex, or y'all know back in the day, you didn't say nothing about sucking dick out loud. You didn't say nothing,
right?
Oh,
yeah, you did.
People was doing it,
right?
But everybody was. And this was the phrase. The phrase was, "That's that white people shit." No, black people.
Yeah.
That
was
I never heard nobody call that white people shit, but
I
heard it refer to other things.
A lot of black women call giving head white girl shit, and I'd be like, what?
Wow.
What?
That's crazy.
Like, first of all, I'm not gonna say nothing because I ain't never seen all the white girls in the world so addicted to say dick, but I know I can put a few Becky's up under the table. So don't get up here.
Well, come on now. All right.
Okay. But no, I don't know. I think a lot of times our community, because our community for a long time was solely governed by the church. A lot of things are just no for black folks. Like we don't talk about it, and what I love about the newer generation, and I love to be able to see it and kind of be here with it, is they are literally dismantling systems by just having conversations. Because the only issue is that we don't talk about it. Like Big Fred was saying, she want her hair pulled. You want to pull her hair. She been growing this beautiful hair full of hair. There ain't no wig or nothing. Both of y'all want a little tug, but nobody wants to talk about it. Like it's really about those conversations. Like people will say you're corny for doing things like games like Taboo or like those types of like get to know you better games, but those types of things help you actually get it.
Exactly. Yeah, because it introduces the conversation a lot easier. It's like, would you stick your dick in my ear? Yes. Yes, I will do that.
Now we have a conversation later.
Right.
Now, what I would say that probably none of us can kind of chime in on is what about the people who lack the verbal communication? Because from my understanding is naturally, because the four of us are podcasters, we love communicating. So the easier way for us to get through these obstacles is communication. But then I think about that there are some people in this world that the communication actually creates the distance for them. And I believe that they deserve a place in the conversation. I just know that they're not represented here because I feel we all are stimulated by conversation. I personally am. Like the more that I can talk to you about sex, the freakier I think I can get with you.
Holla. Exactly.
I don't know. I think for the people that don't really like, you got to kind of ease them into it.
But I think that's where playing games and stuff like that come in, because again, I'll do that with couples. I buy all kind of little games. Some of them be therapeutic and some of them not so therapeutic, but it get conversation going, right? I got 10,000 couple cards, like, because you can have a conversation about one thing that is going to naturally lead into other stuff or whatever, right?
Right.
And all that. So playing a Midnight Taboo, or they got dirty games for all of them. Uno got a dirty version, like
It's plenty.
Like adult versions. Yeah.
Every regular like board game has a dirty
version. There's a freaky version.
Have a dirty version. This is how you make the dirty version. You just figure out where you want to take off clothes.
I don't want to grab the wrong card.
You got to put it up. You got to put it up.
They always find
don't leave it out.
I got to put them in a safe. Okay?
Monopoly, the dirty version. How bad you want these hotels? Damn it. Is boardwalk worth a dick in your ear, madam?
I'm gonna go find that dirty version of Monopoly.
Oh yeah, we got all of them up in here, right? And here's the thing, because my girls are adults, right? And all that. But even in latter teenage years, I don't mind playing those games along with them, because this is mama-daughter conversation, about sexual things, right? And all that. I don't hide my sexual stuff from them, because this is how they became sexually free, right? Because they're not ashamed of themselves, their bodies or whatever. My youngest, when she sees somebody new, she's like, yeah, I'm just letting you know, whatever go down, I'm going home and tell my mama about it. They're like, yo, mama, You gonna tell your mama what? Be like, yeah, we talk about everything. As soon as I get in, I'll be like, we did it. And they'll be like, yeah, girl. Because that's just, again, that's the way that we are, right? When she
I didn't know that was happening. I didn't know black girls didn't talk about sex with their mom. My mom knows everything. Everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, some of them don't. I'm trying to figure out with Rochelle Burton 3290 doing that. I'm reading these chats.
Oh, she said depronifying my husband. Cultural and religious is a goal of mine and my close. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
yes, girl, you gotta start showing him porn, friend. You gotta start showing him a little porn. Not a lot. You gotta start real. Don't start at booty talk or nothing like that. You gotta start soft
porn.
Don't listen to Harley. Ease him into it. It's like you got to start them off with coke before you hook them on crack. All right.
And then one night when you're giving them head, I want you to never mind. We'll talk about
that offline. But Rochelle, my girl, we'll have a powwow about it in private. Okay.
I got you, Rochelle, girl. I got you. We go. I'm gonna show you something to do to him. He's gonna be wide open, friend. I'm just letting you know right now.
Stranger, trust me.
Hey,
she no stranger.
I'm not in that conversation. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm sorry, Rochelle. I got you caught up in all the middle of this.
I'm just letting you know, Rochelle. I got a trick for you. Your husband gonna be just fine after he does.
Rochelle is a professional. I promise you.
Our poor husband, ain't gonna know what hit him.
There's other issues that with regard to vulnerability for women is most of us don't feel body safe and body comfortable and all that. So the no, not the porn.
We're not porn. Show them the tip drill video or like some.
Oh yeah, that was good. That's good.
Start them at BET Uncut. Or she start them at BET Uncut.
That BET Uncut right there.
That was definitely soft porn.
Yeah, start them at tip drill, little pussy popping by Ludacris. Turn them videos on the YouTube, and then you dress like the girl on there. Y'all gonna have a good night. You go to Amazon, $13. You get a stack of prop money, and you put that prop money on the chair, and you turn on tip drill.
There you go.
And you and your husband have a good night.
Yes. She said, "I got him a towel that says white balls here for our second anniversary."
Yes, get him a comrade. Get him,
You just gotta be free with your conversation.
Get you a thong, Rochelle, with his name on it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then one day you wear it, and then you walk past him, and you wiggle out of it, and put it on his lap, and just keep walking. And in the house, you just in the house, wiggle out of it.
That work on me.
It's the little things.
My wife drop a thong off on my head. Yeah, whatever I'm doing, I'm this.
You gonna stop what you're doing and go?
I'll stop this podcast.
Oh no, what happened to Fred?
Okay, I ain't gonna say shit. She throw that thong at Fred. Fred should be like.
Ain't never came.
But it's all right because we have established he will be back in about 15-20 minutes, y'all.
Right. Fred already don't know how long we got.
It depends. It depends. Because round 2 can come around pretty quick.
It can.
See, and that's what I be telling people. I don't need one round of 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. We could go 15 minutes. Yeah, I can lay down for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Maybe have a little drink, and we can go another 15-20 minutes.
Exactly.
Okay. True. I'm in my 30s. Okay. I'm not.
Right.
Yeah. What am I trying to do?
We're in our 50s. So.
I'm telling you, no shit change in your 50s. Let me let you know ahead of time.
Them reserves get kind of short.
And I'm telling, and for menopausal, postmenopausal, perimenopausal, it could be either way. It could be like, please don't touch me because I'm or it could be like, boy, let's go, like right now, because the hormones be all over the fucking place. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm afraid of, because I'm that way naturally without any of it. So I'm almost afraid of perimenopausal.
Hopefully you'll be like I was.
What's gonna happen with all of this?
Yeah, I didn't, because I'm like that naturally too, but like. I didn't have a whole lot of symptoms of up and down or whatever and all that. And I'm pretty glad. But let's go back to body image because So many women don't feel good about their bodies, right? And well into marriage and all that. That don't change just because you got married and all that. So sometimes the initiating has to do with their self-esteem and self-worth, right? So I don't feel good enough to initiate. And the only way I know that I'm wanted is if he showed that he want me.
No, I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel that. I think a lot of women, they hide. A lot of us hide from the mirror when we're naked. We get poked and prodded at by our family members. Maybe you lost a little too much or you gained a little too much. It's really important, I feel, as a woman to get really comfortable with your natural body. Right. Whether you have a partner or not, ladies, you should be wearing a piece of lingerie at least once a week. Right. And honestly, preferably when he's not at home. Like, put on something sexy and slinky and just walk around and look at yourself and realize how beautiful you are, especially if you somebody mama. Girl, them hips made a person.
I tell women that all the time. You carry a whole human being. You better honor your body.
You better look at that body and look in the mirror, whatever song. And we all have a song by a man that makes us feel like he's exactly talking to us. And what you need to do, ladies, once a week, is you put on that Johnny Gill, my, right? And you put on something sexy all for yourself, and you stand in the mirror and you let him sing to you that whole song. Come on, girl.
Sexy. You gotta get on my team because we got to start a thing. Come on.
Sexual wellness coaching around this bitch. If you don't do that, then you don't feel comfortable when he come in to grab a dick.
Damn, Rochelle be cooking butter ass naked.
You like to cook that way. That's what I'm talking about, Rochelle. Your husband ain't no proof, friend. If you cooking with that ass on,
you good.
You in there looking like Nino Brown kitchen, cooking with the stone on.
In there looking like you working in a crack house. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all so stupid. Oh my God.
Yeah. But no, I think that is a big thing, and I think that's what a man need to not like throw answers that sound like you obligated to answer that, but they gotta sound genuine.
That's true.
You got. If you really love your woman, you gotta let her know. That's why, like, you gotta let her know, because she knows she had 2-3 kids,
right?
She knows she put on some weight, all of this. You gotta generally let her know where she feel it. Like, don't none of that shit matter. It's just all about you,
right? And I love like videos that some guys have done that I've seen. Where they straight up were like, girl,
right?
We like that jelly roll. Like, exactly. That is important to see that in media.
Right.
Because the girls that you're looking at on Instagram got the BBL and her stomach flat, this and that. Right. But like, I need you to pay attention to, like, when my dude was sending me a picture of a chick he was attracted to, she looked like me. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, most men prefer the woman who, and if you ask the woman, it'd be like, oh, I look like this, I look like that. And to that man, we like those things that most women would consider a flaw on themselves. Right. And I used to like almost argue with women, like, girl, you crazy, you big fine, stop fucking around. And then they'd be like, no. And then I had to learn to like, wait a minute, you have to like, you have to like what you see when you look in the mirror. Right. Me going on and on and on about I like it like it is, like what my wife was like talking about, I gotta lose some weight. I'm like, I'm about to get these divorce papers out. You lose some weight. I'm gonna stay, but I'm gonna have an attitude.
I like all
that. The sexy quote unquote model looking chick is not attractive. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they don't look good. It's just like I wouldn't be drawn to that. Curvature and softness. You know what I'm saying?
Because I even learned that growing up, time and place. Because when we lived in Victoria, Texas for that little year, and I was only 12, right? But no, I was 14, almost 14, 13, 14. But very rounded and stuff. But in that environment in Victoria, Texas, I never thought I was pretty, fine, no nothing. Moved our ass back to New Orleans.
Well,
super fine.
right.
You know,
like everybody was hollering, right?
You know, we like our big fine
You know
women.
what I'm saying? Fred Bright had to go fight people and shit. Leave my sister alone.
Yeah,
that was tiresome. But
Depends on where you are.
And I was excited because I had never been fined before, right? But location. When I was around other black people, like then it was honored, right? I saw a video of a girl in Africa that she was talking about because she was putting on these waist beads. She was like, you know, the American standard looks like a flat belly, but around here, that look like starvation. They'd be like, baby, you're not being fed. Like, you know, I need a little belly on you. So that tell me that you healthy, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's the beauty standard that they sold us of the flat belly. And before it was flat belly and no butt because that's how white people were shaped.
Right.
They're different now.
Once they figured you could just add some booty on, then booty was okay.
Exactly.
Booty was okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you can have booty now, white people.
You just paste it on there. Yeah.
Right. But the flat stomach is still the desired thing. The six pack is still the desired thing, but that's for people to work out all the time, and most of us don't.
I ain't got no time for that. I work out some of the time.
Some of the time, but not all the time.
Ms. Burton has a great segue into something we probably need to talk about. Let me put this out here. She's doing great. We need to invite her on.
Michelle, you want to come on? You want to come on? I send you the link. Just let me know.
Because
sexual conversations are extremely taboo. Men don't admit to touching themselves, and men don't talk about what dreams of younger. Oh, that's so true.
And that's true because you know what? I remember my uncle talking to me about that.
What
told me about the wet dreams and stuff.
What do the conversations sound like?
It was Uncle Percy, so he was just blunt. He was like, "We jacking off," and I'm like, "What the hell is?" Like at the time, I didn't know what it was, so I'm like, "What? Like what the hell is jacking off?" And he broke it all down to me, and I'm like, and because that question, that was a great question, by the way.
Yeah,
made me realize I don't think I had that conversation with my boy.
And see, you don't even realize you're not doing it.
I don't think I did. And you're right. I don't think I even realized I didn't have the because I'm sitting here now trying to think if I had that conversation with him. And I don't think I did. And it wasn't because I didn't want to talk about it.
Right. Yeah. You don't think
to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I had the conversation with my sons, and because actually it was kind of like a joke. One time my son had some lotion on his nightstand. And I was like, I said, "Oh boy, you in here doing you, huh?" And he was like, "No, Dad, no." And when the way he said no, let me know that he, that obviously he has in the past. Right. So and then we had that's what intro, which worked out perfectly because it was an easy way to intro the
easy way to intro it. Yeah.
But getting back to Rochelle's question, I get it, but I don't get it because why would we talk about that? It's kind of like it's a me thing, not a we thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, I think, you know what she did? She asked for a link. So send her a link.
Oh,
we can ask her in person.
Right.
Because I think
that's what I'm saying. Like maybe I don't understand.
I think it's
want
more
to
like
open that line of communication in your relationship. Like I guess what she's saying is like maybe women would feel a little bit more comfortable in the sexual space if men were a little bit more communicative in the sexual space. Now, there are I feel like men are probably a lot more. A man will tell you he's, beating his meat before a woman will tell you.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Because I remember, a dry spell. And I was like, I said, man, my hand's about to go to fucking jail. I've been beating my goddamn meat. My dick about to press charges in this bitch.
He's beating like her money, baby.
Right, but I guess the way I'm thinking is the assumption is I assume everybody do. You know what I'm saying? At some point. Right.
In high school, I remember those conversations. Like somebody would just like randomly out the blue ask if you ever went down on a girl, which to me let me know either you just did
or they about
Or
to.
hadn't done it.
and you because
you want to, and that was an initiating conversation, right? It's like either they did it and then they're like they want to know who else did it and they want to talk about it, or they're thinking about doing it and they need advice beforehand or they have one.
Because like if you like a lot of people would they like no that's that white people shit. I don't do that. And I'm like, did you? And they're like, yeah. And then they'll explain everything that happened. And every brother there, hey, what's happening?
What's up?
Hey.
Yeah, and then like every brother there would be like the whole conversation would just go quiet because we don't know what happened with that girl. You went down on. Now nobody said, oh yeah, we're gonna do it right after we leave, but I can 100% guarantee you all of them was thinking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's hard. I think
you don't want to be the person that's doing it.
Right.
A lot of people, and I think that's kind of what we were talking about at the beginning of the conversation. Is as a woman, I became comfortable being the person that was doing it, right? And so because of that, I started to kind of make myself okay with not having certain things, and then it took me to have to like get acclimated to the like, oh no, I can have these things and still be the person that's doing it, because I'm usually the person that's doing it and the person that's like, I'm gonna tell you that I'm doing it.
Tell you about it,
right. I mean, even in my younger years, I used to brag on the fact that I did it. Shit, I was a Prince fan,
Well, one thing that I feel like is I was kind of it to lag on the comments, but I was specifically talking about more like my husband. They don't talk about they don't like that sex ed stuff isn't quite the same in his home country, and to talk about wet dreams, like you don't know what's going on, or they don't tell you that you're gonna have like hard-ons randomly all the time, like when you hit puberty. They basically it's like yep, I hit puberty, okay, and that's the end of the conversation of like that's it. And so to me, I feel like if like it's not even just sex, but sexual education as well. So sexual education as well, if that was just taken more seriously, because it's not taboo. Here's the thing: people are going to have sex. There's a whole bunch of us in this world.
Right? Yeah. All you got to do is go outside and look around.
That's it.
And so, again, in his culture, it is very common to wait until marriage, and people aren't getting married at 16, 17. They're getting married at 30. Okay, so it's very common to wait. Like it's very common to wait until marriage. Like it is, and
goes up like an earring hole. Lord,
so that's one of the things is that I really feel like people should be talking about regardless of whether you're expecting someone to wait till marriage or not. Because here's the thing: again, we know people are touching themselves.
Absolutely.
And women too.
And you should. You should.
I was asking my girls that from 8 years old, I was going, you masturbating yet? And they were like, Mama. I'm like, just checking.
Because it sneaks up on you. You don't even know you masturbating. Especially, I feel like as a girl, especially, I feel like men and y'all have to, exactly, you got to touch. Well, you probably don't have to touch it. I don't know. But as a girl, it sneak up on you. You don't know. You just, one day you laying on something, and then you humping it. And then you humping it. And then you feel something. And then you're like, oh.
One day.
And now I want to do it again. And now that's all I want to do.
And then you're like, whoa. That kind
of as an educator too, it happens a lot in under 3. It's a self-soothing mechanism as well that we have to talk to parents about a lot because, it's one of those things that's very normal and natural. Yeah, it is. And we don't want to teach kids that what they are doing is wrong.
Exactly.
We want to teach them that there might be a time and a place.
Thank you. Time and place.
Like we can't do this when everybody is in the room. So those kinds of things. But in my husband's home country, that would not be a thing. That thought, like those kinds of, so even man to man, Like I try to talk to him a lot about like, but then what did they talk to you about? What did they tell you? What did you know was gonna like? What did you know was coming? What did you know was happening? Literally, what did you know was coming? But like, what did you know was gonna happen? Like that, those kinds of things. And so I just, it does a big disservice, I think, to people's sexual like obviously sexual exploration, but sexuality in general as well.
Yeah.
Right. And
because
I would say
they don't
sexual self-worth and self-esteem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We're
Because
not
if I don't
enough.
feel
Because we
good
don't know
as a
we can
sexual
come.
being, then I'm not going to initiate. I'm
Right.
really going to want to do it at all, and I'm gonna be ashamed about doing it.
Right.
You know, so when we carry that with us, then it's hard when you get an actual relationship with somebody who cares about your whole person.
Right. And Ro make a good point, because I didn't even think about different cultures. You know what I mean? I'm kind of looking at everything from us right here, you know, in you know, in America, with all
I married the foreigner, so you know.
Right.
Where
I
is
didn't
he
even
from?
think about other cultures though, but that's, man, that I ain't gonna lie, that's
And
rough.
my family was very open. Like I remember I was about 10 years old and we were at my mom's house my mom's sister's house. So we were at my aunt's house for, it was like a Super Bowl party, something. It was football. You know, we would always do that. And just all of a sudden, the question, it dawned on me, but also autism, because I didn't know it was not okay to ask. But I just straight up, I remember just thinking like, wait, Mom, were you a virgin when you met Dad? And I asked it. And it was in front of everybody. And it was like, whoa. And she just was like, ask your dad. And my dad just goes, nope, as he walked past. That was it. That was it. That was it. My dad just said, nope. And it was a wrap. So, okay. And she seemed embarrassed to answer it in front of everybody. But we did talk about a lot of stuff. Like my mom saw the towel that said wipe your balls here. And she was like, oh, is that your sex towel? And I was like, well, goddamn. I mean, you know, and she was like, it was in the living room because it had gotten delivered and I was going to wash it. And so then she was like, well, you know, we kept ours by the bed. But, you know, okay.
Right.
Like,
yeah, because we don't want to talk to your parents about their sex life. That's nasty.
Right.
That's where, that's where we draw the line. Okay. Like, Mom, you got to know that
line was not drawn in my mama's house. I know a lot of things.
Yeah, it's not drawn here either. And I sometimes they're like, yay, and sometimes they're like, too much. I want to hear all that. Did you get some? That was
because of that, all of my nieces and nephews will come to me because I was the only one of my mother's children that wouldn't go, okay, ma, enough. I'm sitting there like, what is this, mama?
And what else happened? Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna ask you that, since you are an educator, are they even still teaching sex education in school?
So, I'm not actively in the classroom, but yes.
Okay.
But a lot of people are opting out of it more than before. And for me, I had it starting in fourth grade. We had sex ed starting in fourth grade, and they had boys and girls separated. I think until sixth grade. So they had boys and girls separated, and they gave you pads and deodorant.
They started giving us condoms.
So yeah, I didn't reach that yet because then I went to private school after, but I didn't get there yet. But yes, they would have. Like starting in seventh grade when they did it as just a co-ed class, they would have. But and in fourth grade, it was really more about this is what happens to their bodies.
Right, during puberty.
And this is what happens to your body.
Right.
And that was really kind of what was going on. Like I had puberty real early. I was 10. And so I knew exactly what happened.
Right.
Because I had it in school 2 years already by that point.
Experiencing it already. Yeah.
And the funny thing is my dad was the one who gave me the period talk after I was like, Mom, I called her. My mom handed me a pad and that was it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my dad was the one who kind of gave me the period talk, but it was still funny. Like avoid coffee Oh, I'm 10, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, you see me in here kicking it with Juan Valdez every damn day.
So it was really funny, but even still, like that was it. That was kind of my dad's role, like more so. And then as we got older, in like on my dad's side in the nightstand, they just kept it filled with condoms. They kept the top drawer filled with condoms. That was it. And if the condoms got low, they just refilled it.
I heard that.
End of story. And it was never any like I grew up in such a religious household too, but I don't know how to explain California religious because
Okay,
I get that.
yeah.
I guess
California,
so I understand. It's more liberal than the rest of the world, but it's still very religious. It's hard to explain, but I understand because I have people from there. It's funny because when you said the period talk, I immediately think about period day at my mom's house. So I have a very whimsical fairy of a mom, hence the cat ears at 35. Yes. And so when you get your period at my mom's house, it's like a thing, baby. Like
it's a celebration.
You get a celebration. If you have to go to school that day, you're not going to school that day.
And that's beautiful because you get the little demonized, right? Like
in it and all of it. Like my mom, she's such a we're gonna remember this for the rest of our life person. And now 35 years later, I get to tell all these great stories. But yeah, like I remember the day that I got my period because I got it late. I was the latest bloomer. I was almost 13. And so when I got it, like I didn't have to go to school and we have this whole talk and you get this tote full of like things and you're a woman now. It's a really great experience when your mom is not freaking out scared. Because I had an aunt who was freaking out scared and my cousin had a very different experience. Right. And so I'm grateful to have not had that experience, but I'm also grateful to like hear other stories. Because I just thought everybody's mama gave them like warrior woman day.
I wish. I mean, my mom didn't demonize it by any means and all that. I was told early because my mama started at 9. So at 8, I got all of the facts, right? So from 8 to 12, I was looking for it every time I went to the bathroom. You know, it was kind of obsessive. You know, this what it is? This it? You know, no, girl, there's a piece of poo on the thing. That's not but I think, my mama crazy. So, but I also think even looking at that, like how society and culture and whatever else you want to call it, and the media and all that demonize even the period, right? Because that's what makes you a woman, right? I can procreate and, you know, my womb works and all that kind of stuff. And instead of it being celebrated, it's demonized and ew, your period, you know, not feeling well at the time of the month, you know, like all of that, you know, the negativity that's attached to womanhood, right? So how do I go into my marriage and feel confident as a woman? You know, especially, oh Lord, am I close to having my period? Because then, he's not going to want to be bothered with me at all, right? And stuff like that. So, like, that's another one of those things that attached to me not being someone that may initiate or not comfortable in my sexual self and my sexuality and just being a woman, right? Because that explains a lot about who Harley is now and her freedom, because her mama celebrated her womanhood when she got it. You know, it wasn't like, ew, that's gross. Or moms that don't say shit. Here's a pad.
I think, well, also, you know, when it came down to, like, I'm close with both my parents. I really am. And we talk about, or I was very close with my dad. He was like my best friend up until the day he passed. And I am very close with my mom, but I was a lot closer to my dad than I was to my mom. And so when it came, like, those talks were with my dad. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like those kinds of talks. And I got a lot of my, worth. I felt, I think that's not awesome worth, too. But my dad pumped me up just as a woman. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, because again, this is where the religion comes in. If I listened to my mom, I most certainly would be in an abusive relationship, shutting my mouth and being quiet.
Right.
And I love that a man taught you your worth essentially.
Oh yeah, no, because my dad was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I feel like as a woman, it's so easy to shrink. And honestly, being raised by my mother, even though my sexuality is absolutely celebrated, it also was celebrated from a place of the co-star. I had to learn to be my own main star from experiencing men in my life that were willing to communicate with me. So I love that you said that, Rochelle, because like I wish that my foundational being was more like from a man, because it's from this kind of standpoint of kind of like, I'm going to be as big in this room as you. When a woman teaches you how to be a sexual being, she only teaches you how to be an accessory too.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
That is good,
That's
because
let me hit.
wish I had some nails to click right now.
All right. Well, hold. Let me hit my button right fast. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
I remember even we were at a bar, and somebody, and my dad is from Texas, so it, like, I did have the Uber, southern side, and then the California side, and now I live in the South too, where my dad is from. So we were out at a bar, and I was at a bar with my dad, and my dad was drinking a beer, and I don't even know what I was drinking, probably cider or liquor, but he was dressed like a rodeo king, so everybody kept thinking my dad was a really famous black rodeo star. And they would keep asking him if he was, which is really funny, because I'm like, y'all can't tell that my dad is 70. I mean, I know black don't crack, but come on now.
But damn,
I think he out there riding them bulls. But and in that time, I remember someone, I don't know how we got on this conversation, but it was like somebody was trying to, I think, hit on me or something, and I was like, oh no, I'm good, no thank you. And it was just like like, oh no. And they were like, what is that? And I was like, that's my dad. What is that, your man? No, that's my dad, but no, I'm still good.
Right.
I'm single and good.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So like that was, and then I remember the bartender asking and saying something, and my dad was like, talked about how he raised me to make sure that nobody else could tell me who I was.
Right. Right. I feel
and
that.
So like I really do feel like that was extremely important. Again, because if I listen to my mom, the way she said that I'm supposed to behave in relationships is you just say yes, and you and you be quiet, and you don't argue. And my dad taught me, hell nah.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
and think
really,
about that
it was
conditioning passed down from parents who feel like who operated the way your mother did, and men who also believe the same thing. Those little girls get that same narrative. Yep. So now when they get married or they in relationship, no, I'm supposed to be over here being quiet.
Yeah, so I don't feel comfortable initiating sex because I don't know if that's what you want me to do. I don't know if you want to have sex right now, and I don't want to make you unhappy. So I'm going to sit in the corner until you are ready to play with me because I'm a perfect doll. Like that is what a lot of women are taught to be a beautiful doll, especially if you are a woman who dates men that are well off financially. Affluent men do not want you speaking. They do not want you to speak.
Yeah. Not at all. Another thing,
they've made all their money, they've done all their great things, and so all they want.
You're an accessory, like you said.
That's it.
Another thing between my parents that I just realized, like right now, because I've gone off on my mom even in the past year. I have never heard my dad call a little girl fast. I never heard my dad call a girl fast ever. Never heard him call a girl fast. And I've heard my mom say it, and I got on her case because she said it about our neighbor's daughter once. And our neighbor's daughter, she ain't do nothing. She had a boyfriend who was her age, 16. And I said, Mama, well, who's running with her then?
Yeah.
Like how is she getting there on her own?
Thank you.
And that's the thing. And I asked my mom, like, have you ever called a boy fast? If you haven't, then don't use that. Have you ever called a girl, a girl who was not of color fast? If not, don't use it again.
Because they don't get called fast.
Because they don't get that. Those little toddlers and tiaras wear makeup and lace front wigs, and they're just fine. But a little black girl put a sew-in in her hair, and now all of a sudden she's trying to be grown. And it's so sad.
And please don't talk to the older people if you got on red lipstick or an ankle bracelet or some red toenail or fingernail polish, and use a hoe.
Oh, baby, I couldn't wear shorts until I was 18 years old. And I remember the first day I wore shorts that were shorter than basketball shorts in public. It was the very first day I stepped foot at Alcorn State University campus. I wore a pair of little cute shorts. I bought them from Rainbow for my first day of college.
Yeah, Rainbow.
I could not wear them prior to, okay?
Right.
I remember that Monday on my way to school, class, I felt like such a woman to wear a pair of fucking shorts.
Right. You know, and being sexualized from such a young age, you don't want to express that part of yourself because they think you fast. They think you're a hoe. They think you like sexual expression of any sort or any image of sexual expression. Oh, you must be out there giving your booty away.
Everybody. That's another thing. You can't say that you like sex and then turn down sex. Do you know how many men have cussed me out because they think I'm a hoe? So I should say yes every time.
Yes, every time. Right. If you have sexual freedom, if you saying out loud that I enjoy sex, they think you enjoy sex with everybody. No, pump your brakes. I'm not even attracted to you. Like, you know.
Actually, I have less sex than the young ladies that you think are good girls because those good girls have been trying to shut up and lay down up under you. I like sex enough that I will tell you, get off of me.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. So it's the different impressions that's been impressed upon us as women navigating through sexual spaces and all that, or non-sexual spaces that are made sexual, right? Because if I'm a little girl just running around in a tank top and some shorts, nobody should be looking at me and thinking about sex. I'm a little girl, right? And all that. And then the idea, like we said before too, of what you were taught as young people, the double standard thing that men get to talk about, be about whatever sex, and it's cool. Yeah, that's right, boy. Gotta get out there and get them. But girls are like, if you're thinking about it, there's something wrong with you. Why would you like? Good girls don't do that, or you shouldn't be out there trying to have sex, and you know. But I never got that. I never understood that double standard. Like, so if men get
trying to find
women ain't supposed to, who they throwing their oats with?
But I really can't. I'm trying to.
I mean,
I really can't.
There is a because men aren't actually taught to go out there and like the whole saying, you can run down the hill and just fuck one bull. You could walk down the hill and fuck them all. We really not taught that. We are taught you don't approach a woman like that. You don't treat a woman like a sexual object. You know what I'm saying? Which is why most men tend to which is why you have men, especially right now, because people are just being more boisterous. Men are complaining about women not initiating, and men don't naturally have that forward thinking to initiate, because we were constantly told that's not how you treat a woman. You don't treat no woman like no hoe. We was taught to approach a woman aggressively for sex. You're treating that woman like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? So, and these are the things that men are just, that we hear over and over and over again. Like in my lifetime, I don't remember not one OG telling me, yeah, man, just go out, grab that bitch by the pussy. You know what I'm saying? I've never had nobody say
nobody ever told me that.
Every man I talked to, in my younger years that was older than me is like, man, look, this is how you treat a woman. You got to take her out to dinner. You got to romance her. You got to show her that respect. Open a car door. I was taught all of that. But then again, I'm at the age where I was raised on Frankie Beverly and Mays and the OJs, not Lil Yachty and Young Boogaloo or whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't raised on that generation. So I was, all of like grown ass men. Like I always say, I'm talking about black men, not niggas. So all of that whole group, like we was taught, nah, you don't do that. Like you gotta be smooth. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was going through my whole Prince phase, everything was still romantic.
It was still romantic,
sensual. Sensual is best.
I feel like there's a small pocket of human beings that haven't been able to experience both, right? So like I was raised by Otis Reddick, Try a Little Tenderness vibes by my mother, right? However, though, like my adulthood, right? I grew up listening to Future Hendrix say, I ain't got no manner for no sluts. I'm gonna put my thumb in her butt. And so honestly,
right.
I need a little bit of both, right? Like I need somebody who can meet me at Otis' wedding, but at some point at that night, I'm gonna need you to put your thumb in my butt.
Right.
I need a grown man with nigga tendencies.
Yeah. See, right. And that's the thing, but like for most men, we'll give you the nigga tendencies, but for real, we need clearance first. We need your permission. Like we need you to say it's okay, because without that okay,
it's never gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying?
So inside of every good boy is that boy, ladies. Inside of every good boy, that man that you think is just so sweet. If you just give him that look, let me tell you something.
They be sneaking up on you, dog.
Right. But that's
cool
what I'm saying.
Gentleman and all that, and next thing you know.
But right, I think I think that's most.
My husband is my husband because on the first date that I was giving him a church hug to, I gave him the church hug at the end, side hug, all of it. No, pat on the shoulder. I'm not even joking. And there was nothing wrong on the date. I just was like, he's young. There's more than 10 years between us. And I didn't realize I had a physical type because I made a build-a-boo list and nothing on that build-a-boo list was physical.
Right.
And when I was like, nah, you're too skinny for me. Like, you got to be 250 to be with me. Like, that's like how I used to think, really.
You wanted Gerald Levert.
So like,
big bone.
When he approached me, I was like, no. I asked him how old he was, and every time he would ask me out, I would say no. In my head, you're too young and you're too skinny. And then I realized I had to go on a date with him to kind of get him to stop asking me out. And it wasn't like he was pestering me. It was really just like, it seemed like he thought I was saying no to the activity that day. Every time. You gotta know what I mean.
I like how my man said.
All right,
glass half full, baby.
Right, no, like
you're like bike riding. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna try ice cream. You're like,
that's what, and I felt like he approached me in all the right ways. So for me to shoot him down in a mean way would do a disservice to any woman he would be trying to hit on after me.
Right,
so I have no reason to be nasty to him, be mean to him, be anything other than polite and respectful the way he's been to me. So I would just say, no, thank you. Like, no. And then I realized, you know what? In order to get him to stop asking me out, let me go on a date with him and then say, like, this was good. We don't need to do it again. Like, okay. So we go on the date. It is good. It's good. We had a good conversation. And I'm like, okay, well, this was good. Thank you. And then he's like, you want to smoke? And I'm like, well, yeah. So we get in the car. And it was something we had always talked about. And we smoked before going into the restaurant too. But he's like, you want to smoke? And when I tell you that this really good Christian, very polite boy, while we were talking, grabbed me by the neck and kissed me in the car.
That's right.
And I was like, oh,
exactly.
Like that was exact. Like, I kid you not, that was the moment. Cause I was like, oh,
like, okay.
I guess the age really, he's not immature. I mean, skinny, like, skinny,
right,
okay,
like,
I guess.
Is he really that skinny? He's not justifying shit.
I see him a little bit.
He's not that young. I mean, he's just 10 years.
What I will say about men is that they know, and when they know, they don't stop. They don't stop going. Like my partner, he knew, and he wouldn't stop. And I was just like, bro. So I didn't want to be with anybody. First of all, I didn't want to be with nobody. He got kids, and y'all know how I feel about children. I was like, look, I'm not about to do this. I can't. We can't, okay? And I'm all right. And I was living a really good life. I was somebody's sugar baby. I was living it. But that man was just like, no, like, you are my it, and I want it. And honestly, I am so grateful that I did go, like you said, on that date. Because after that first date, it's like, I like you.
Yeah.
Because see, that kiss that she got, that was, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If something terrible happened out of this, at least
I went for it though.
And two, it's a build up. Like like for you knew he liked you, obviously, and his persistence. Respect to that. I respect the man. It's I am not giving up. Fuck that. Oh yeah.
You could have paid me.
You don't want to go on the boat trip at all. We could go on the drive. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm
telling you. That kiss, that was that impulse. That was like, I'm not letting another goddamn day go by without me expressing exactly how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Man,
that's because I asked him, and that's what he was like. I saw the opportunity, and I had to go for it because he waited so long. He waited a month to go on the date with me.
Oh yeah, that was.
He had to take this opportunity. Like
I gotta go.
That man spent, I'm telling you, just don't even think about it in days. Think about it in minutes. That man spent a whole lot of minutes thinking about you. You understand what I'm saying? And it's for real. He probably dozing off at night, then built a whole life. Y'all have a whole fucking life together. You know what I'm saying?
No, he didn't. So even then, he didn't want to get married. It was just it's really funny because I asked him, like, man, were you that persistent before? Like, were you just one persistent nigga? Like, is that how you are? And he was like, never before.
We're usually not.
He just felt it. He felt it on you. And look at this. Y'all married.
Yeah.
We're married. And so, like, I tell the story a lot. You can ask Shawnnell. I tell the story a lot because when she met me, I had hoes. No, when you met me, I didn't have hoes. When you met me, I was messing around with somebody that I didn't want to be with. And I know I didn't want to be with them. That's fine. Like, that was fine. It ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Like, I know what I'm doing.
Right.
I know what I'm in here for. Right. Like, and so then after that, it was like, well, I need to figure out what being a hoe is like. But it was really, I got the hoes. Like, it was, I'm not a hoe. I got the hoes. That's really what it was. Like, I got the hoes. And really, it was like, do you want to be a hoe or not? Yeah. Like, that's, you want to be a hoe or not?
Come on, stable. I love a good hoe. I love a good stable of hoes. Y'all know my phrase, whole life or no life, baby. Yeah. I love it. I believe that everybody should experience the essence of happiness over everything. And that is what I consider to be whole life or no life. Happiness over everything. And a lot of times we think that means having sex in abundance. No, that means not saying no to myself when I need or want something to happen to and through myself. That is all that means. And it's so funny because when I'm publicly constantly like pushing for a whole life, I know there are so many people that like, I want to have a conversation with her. What is she influencing the children to do? I'm influencing the children to do what makes them happy. And the part thing is that what people don't understand is what makes you happy might be some nice missionary sex with the lights off. And that's great for you. But what makes somebody else happy might be sex in the middle of a room full of people watching them. And they should be able to do that. And that is what I mean by whole life or no life.
Exactly. Because you do get to choose.
Right.
You get to decide what turns you on, what excites you. And you should be able to be free enough to say it and do it in safety. Speaking of which, safety is a big deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If I don't feel safe, I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to initiate because I don't feel safe enough to do so. So thoughts about safety.
You got to feel comfortable. You got to feel comfortable with your partner. And I believe that's only if you getting pleased, in my opinion. Like, a lot of people don't initiate sex that ain't going to be good for them.
That was going to be my next topic. Thank you.
If you just stroke it in a way that it's going to get you there and you ain't never had her grab your hips and pull you in because it's so great, then maybe she not initiating because you not giving her something that makes her want to initiate. When you do things to people that make them want to do it again, they usually kind of come around the corner like, can you do that thing?
Hey. What's up?
I will 100% co-sign on that. I'm big on pleasing. Like, it's boring. If it's just me, it's boring. I can do that myself. I don't need another person to help me feel good. I can do it. it's more for you. Like not you three ladies individually.
Of course,
but,
that would be gross for me.
But it's more for my partner.
Yes, I agree.
If, you know, like Eddie Murphy said, if my partner go, ooh, then I'm like, I did it. I did it.
Right.
And then the next day when I'm just casually walking to the bathroom and you like,
yep.
I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
Let me go jump in the shower. Do the right thing.
After the fact, she'd be like,
yeah, let me go jump in the shower real quick. Give me 5 minutes.
You can ask.
What you gonna do?
I'm such a perv. I be peeping. I'm a peeping Tom on my own husband. Ask him. I watch him walk to the bath. I be looking and stuff like that all the time. Watching walk to the shower. Heck yeah, I'm gonna watch you walk.
Yeah,
or like if he watching TV, I go like peek under the boxes.
Old lady too.
Like if he's sitting on the couch, I come up like and peek under the boxes and be like, "Hi."
I do that back up and right in like up the leg.
Right.
Yeah. Like you might be in the shower by yourself. 3 minutes later, you got company.
You're not by yourself.
I drop shit on purpose in the bathroom. Baby, you need something? You to come in here and see me all soapy.
The other day, I went in because he forgot a towel, so he asked me to bring one. And I brought the towel and I left, and he said, "Oh, you're not gonna stay?" Right?
Well, yes, I am.
The baby said that, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like it's working though. It is working. You know, me and my friends talk about it. Like we really, it's our goal. It's working. But that's why I bought the towel to just. It's the everyday stuff. Like the porn. It's not porn. Like showing him porn and stuff. Like he knows that stuff is out there. That it exists. But it's the being comfortable. In talking about it, being comfortable that it exists. And I don't even just mean like with your partner. Like we've always been comfortable from the very first night. Like from the very first night we kissed, we've been comfortable talking about stuff like that. So like that's not what I mean, not between us, but just comfortable.
With it in general.
Yes.
So that's
fair. Like that's why it's like the jokes. I'll bring the little jokes and the this and then that just to do the exposure, you know. But no, I'm a peeping Tom. I'm a whole perv for my husband.
And I do think it's changing a lot.
I think men love that. They love being treated like a piece of meat.
Yes, we do.
They do. They be fussing sometimes, but
I don't fuss.
You know,
big friends.
I will make comments about it, but I think it's in an effort to initiate something, want to start some shit and all that, and that's fine. I think it's changing a lot with folks like us talking about it. People, you know, having those conversations, because even when I looked up videos, there were a lot of women who were like, "You need to initiate more, girl. Let me tell you how to do it." Like, you know, you know, so like we can talk about all of the reasons why not, because those reasons exist. But I think they're changing with, you know, women coming into like loving themselves and appreciating their bodies and being sexually free and not being ashamed to touch yourself. And, you know, there's more women that I say it because there's another thing out loud you didn't say as a woman is that you like porn. You would never say that, right?
Love it.
I love it. Love it.
Well, you know, I will say I don't watch porn now that I'm married, and it's not because he dislikes it. It's just
you don't have a need for it.
I mean, you don't need it like it needs.
And I think that's the difference. I don't know. I guess it depends on your like relationship with sex. Like the way a person would scroll a TikTok video, sometimes I will just scroll Twitter, not from this place of like I'm about to masturbate or even touch myself. I just love to see bodies. Even when I discovered the non-monogamous, more taboo lifestyle that exists all over the country, apparently. There are clubs where you can go and sit into a space, and like me, I'm a crocheter. I will be crocheting, and there will be somebody less than 20 feet from me getting spanked, and I can enjoy that sexual energy without nobody touching me while I'm making a garment, crochet, and just experience that for a few hours, and then I'll leave. And that for me is enjoyable. Like the way I used to would spend 2 or 3 hours in the strip club to get around that same energy. I can now go to like the sex clubs and literally watch an exhibition or watch somebody have a session where they are getting pleased in some type of way, and I'm not involved in it at all. I see that the same way as watching porn on my phone. It's just like I just love that energy.
Right. Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that as energy, because that's the other thing too, is like sexual energy is just that. It's an energy, right? And all that. And everybody ain't comfortable with the energy. Everybody don't understand the energy. They don't understand it as energy. They just see it as a physical act rather than seeing everything that goes into it. Because that's, I think, part of what Fred and Brian has mentioned before, even in your men's shows or whatever. Like, no, this is the time that I can get some touch. You know what I'm saying? That closeness, because men are not just interested in poking it. Like, it's like, no. I want to be with you, right? And all that, because they have the same desires that we have. You know,
right? And I think that's the misconception. Like I've always said, I feel like you know, from a woman's perspective, and you know, I'm not talking about the ladies here on this panel. It's talking about in general. You know, the assumption is, oh man, just want to stick it in and but that's not true. You know what I'm saying? The example I've always used is for most men, you know, that had their mother in their life. We had that nurturing. That was literally our first love. Right. So we got all this nurture. Then we hit somewhere around 13 or whenever we got tall.
Right.
It was like it was cut off.
Right.
That was cut off. And then life started happening. And then we got you can't do this, you can't do that. And all of a sudden we couldn't feel. We couldn't have emotions. We couldn't have vulnerability. We couldn't be because the female chromosomes, the female chromosome is in a man as well. So we have to cut all those. We have to cut all of those.
That part of yourself off, right?
And just be this one way all the time. Then society says you have to be this one way all the time. You got to say fuck a hoe. But we don't feel that way.
Right.
We don't feel that way. We don't want to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So instead of getting that emotional connection, we have to settle for pretending like we don't need that emotional connection. So, you know, like, you know, going back all the way to the essence of the pod, it's like when I saw that clip, I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because that sexual connection between a couple is reassurance for that man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's reassurance that you find me attractive.
That's right.
That you think I'm all of that. And it's like I tell people constantly, it's like, man, I said, I make it a point to flirt with my wife on a not even on a daily basis. Like every time I think about it. You know why? Because Mr. Willie at her job is going to say these things. You see what I'm saying? And all it take is for when that man begins to see my wife and if he's just looking at it as a sexual object, I'm good. Right. But if he starts to see her the way I see her, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I think the complication comes in is many times because of the way the mentality works. Women don't look at their spouses that way. They don't look at their man that way. And I can guarantee you, Lindsay on the job, like, ooh, Brian, so you know, right. You begin like, damn, one more lady don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that initiation and what I want, you know, not necessarily the ladies on this panel, but what I want ladies to understand is that initiation from that woman does the same. It builds that same confidence, that same comfort, that same damn man, my baby love me feeling that a woman could get, because men have feelings too. We not robots. Shit, we ain't just out here taking out the trash and killing snakes with our bare hands. Right. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The work wife and work husband is not an accident.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reason why they exist.
Yeah.
Because you go and get what you can't get from your wife or your husband with your work husband and your work wife.
Right, and it's not physical.
It's not physical.
That's emotional.
You know, I mean, it's not that you can't fuck a nigga on your job. But,
I mean, usually you're really not interested in that.
Right. You right. That woman might not be physically attracted to that man at all. It's just the things he say and the things that he does. And if you're not at home doing them things, man, please, my wife can't walk past me without me putting my hands on her. And it's not just for that reason. It's because I'm attracted to her. But I done worked in a lot of places where it was the female population was higher than the male population. You know what I'm saying? I work nursing home, like right now I work for social services, which is a majority female populated area. And you see that, you know what I'm saying? You see it, you know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, I'm not stupid. And then my wife work in a majority male populated environment. You understand? That's why I pop up and pop out on a job all the fucking time. I'm dapping niggas up like, nigga, I exist.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Like you get
the idea. Talking about me, you think I ain't here, but I'm here.
The idea in your head, it's gonna be an active shooter in this bitch. I can promise you that. You know what I mean?
I heard that.
All right, here's a take a bite question and a question for the audience to kind of chew on. When you ask about your partner not initiating sex, are you looking for greater intimacy, or do you want proof that you're desirable, or both?
I think it's both. I feel like you are feeling not as desired, and you are asking for greater intimacy. I feel like at the end of the day, there is something that kind of happens in long-term relationships where the familiarity becomes less. There's less, like, I feel like happy, like endorphins attached to seeing a person after a while. And the thing that gets it going again is those varieties, those things like you said, you know, the one-offs, the little, you know, the mixing it up or what have you. But those things have to come through maybe asking for more initiation or asking for more from your partner. And I think it's both of those things. It's feeling stale around here, and I ain't feeling sexy. And so can I get a little bit more so I can start to feel sexy? And I don't think that's gender specific at all.
It's not. It's not by any means.
There you go. It's a people thing. You know?
Yeah, like you say all the time, right? It's
not a black
man
thing.
or woman
not
thing,
a man thing. It's
thing.
a people thing. You know?
I mean, from somebody that's been married for 23 years, it's definitely both, because you do hit that phase where everything just kind of get like flat. Like regular.
And a lot of times it's because life is kicking your ass. Like you can't
you go.
You're doing shit, mind on this, raising kids, all that kind of shit. And so the things that brought y'all together, that attract y'all and all that, it's been clouded by all this other bullshit.
Right.
So you have to be intentional about getting back to that sparky, excited, damn you fine, you know, kind of. I remember when I got into a space where I was down in my college outfit of leggings and a big t-shirt. Right. And my ex-husband is like, how come you look like you're doing laundry every day? And I'm like, I didn't realize that had happened. I just looked up, he mentioned it, I was like, oh damn, I do. And so then I took initiative on myself and started, you know, making myself look good. And now the problem with that with him was eventually it turned into who you fucking with. Who you going to so it turned into insecurity. So maybe I started dressing like that to avoid that to begin with. Who knows? But in a healthy relationship, though, then that would have been why you look like you're doing laundry? Oh, wait, let me fix that. And then maybe there would have been some more spiciness happening or something. Right. You know, the fact is, like, and this brings me kind of to our mental health moment, because sexual communication is emotional communication. Right. And it's how we express I tell my couples all the time, like, to me, like, sex in itself is an accumulation of all of the other things. That's the fire part. That's the part that, like, oh, now we get to express this in this kind of way, right? And all that. So it's accumulation of all of the things, right? And so it's like sparks and fire and all the things, because you can't get closer to somebody than inside them, right?
Yeah, well, that's a fact.
That's real.
You can steal it, right? You can steal it.
Let him hear you coming. Can you hear me coming?
Can you hear me? Right?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So if somebody is never, and I'm not talking about people who occasionally, I'm talking about people who just don't, they're scared, they worried, whatever is going on the inside, whether it's conditioning, regardless of what it is. Wait, that said, it's regular Big Fred. Please.
Fred about to get his ass kicked.
Fred, about to get his ass kicked.
It was good knowing you, Fred. I love you.
But if somebody never initiates, think about what they might be saying, right? They might be feeling not wanted themselves, right? And then projecting that by not initiating and saying anything. If they say, I don't feel like having sex, they could be saying, I don't feel safe. I don't feel rested. I don't feel connected. I don't feel confident, or I don't feel considered, because a lot of mine was I don't feel considered, right? And in order for a couple to heal, or just an individual to heal, to get to a point where they feel good enough about themselves and feel worthy enough to initiate, we can't keep arguing over the behavior itself. We got to get underneath it. We got to figure out the why, right? Are you not comfortable talking about this thing? Are you not comfortable expressing? Or maybe you got some kinks in there that you're afraid to come out with because society said you nasty, right? And all that. I remember saying it to my, like, sex is not nasty. It's not nasty at all. And don't you ever think like that, right?
Right.
Stop. No, you cannot go buy sex toys on your own. You under 18, but I will purchase them for you if that's what you want, because I'd rather you touch yourself than be on these streets trusting everybody in the streets, right?
Yeah, I have sex.
And teaching them sexual health is okay, and that you should get to know your body and all that kind of stuff. I spent the first 10 years of my life having sex without an orgasm. That just ain't fair. That just ain't fair, right? And it's because I didn't know my body well enough, right, to even teach somebody else that. And then I had to find somebody to teach a boo.
Right.
Niggas think they know everything already. You know.
See, I asked my wife questions since she want me to elaborate. Now, let me elaborate.
Because she said, break it down, Frederick.
I probed and asked because I want to know what make you feel good.
Right.
But, like I said, when I do it, it's more for her than me.
Right. Right.
Like, I want you to go, ooh, you know, I want you to grab my head and just hold it there, and I gotta be like, damn, let me go, bro. I'm suffocating. You died down here. Let me go. You
if
good?
he dies, he dies.
Yeah, pretty much. Damn. Yeah,
You can breathe when you're dead.
And like, I'm like, all right, but no. I mean, like I said, true. Like when it started getting flat for us, we just talked about it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
and you
like,
said that's all that's
what
needed,
are we not doing now that we used to do then?
Right.
And like,
or what do you need to do new? Because maybe the old stuff ain't gonna work no more because we ain't in our life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We used to book dates. Like, do it, you know, not do whatever you want. Because you know, I have a lot of stuff I into. Yeah, I'm not, man, you know, spanking.
Chris, I ain't gonna let you spank my ass.
Ain't gonna be beating the shit out of me.
No, Fred.
Honor your boundaries, Fred. Honor your boundaries. Yes.
But no, we used to like book dates, go out, do stuff. Like we had this good old time, and then the next thing you know, we at home and the bedroom door locked.
Right.
Sometimes it just happens spontaneously. I love spontaneous.
Spontaneous is awesome.
I just sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
I'm in the shower by myself. 2 minutes later, I got company.
I got company.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, I love company. Do we take a shower? Eventually, we get around to taking a shower. But
oh, you're going to have to take a shower, about 20 minutes.
At some point, you're going to have to take a shower. Yeah.
You know, and when we go out of town, it's definitely on.
Oh, yeah.
Get out the house. Because sometimes it's not, sometimes it's the environment. Sometimes it's the environment. It's the reason
Right.
why I go to Las Vegas 4 or 5 times a year.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right.
It's not because I
for
really love
gambling.
Vegas.
You nasty motherfucker.
It's because I know what's going to happen once we get off that plane. Okay. I love Vegas. Thank you, Vegas.
So before we get to a solution section, of course, I'm going to play a little something from my girl because she has something that might help in this conversation.
Man, she got freaking video for everything.
Everything.
Y'all know how people talk about Americans overseas. Loud, disrespectful, treating their countries like playgrounds. We see it constantly. But I just watched some idiot streamer disrespect a comfort woman statue like it was a joke for content. And I'm sorry, but the reaction over here wasn't loud enough for me. Because this isn't confusing history, this isn't complicated, this isn't debated. What happened to comfort women is one of the clearest examples of organized brutality and modern war. And people keep trying to make it sound smaller than what it was. So let's stop doing that, yeah? Comfort women is propaganda language. That phrase exists to make something unbearable sound polite. What it actually describes is a military system of sexual slavery, created and managed by the Japanese state during its expansion and World War II. Not rumors, not a few bad soldiers, a system. From the 1930s through 1945, the Japanese military built comfort stations, or military brothels, that followed the army. Where the troops went, the stations went. Korea, China, the Philippines, Indonesia, Taiwan, across Southeast Asia. And the women didn't volunteer. The girls didn't volunteer. A lot of them were lied to, promised factory jobs, nursing work, restaurant work, anything that sounded like survival. And once the war expanded, the lying stopped. Police got involved, roundups happened, women were kidnapped, they were stolen off the streets. There's a documented case of a girl that was 14 years old, walking down the street, forced into a vehicle and taken away. She never saw her parents again. And after the rape of Nanking, when mass assault became impossible to deny, the response wasn't accountability, it was logistics. The concern wasn't the women, it was soldier morale, disease control, public image. So instead of stopping the violence, the military organized it. Women were raped repeatedly, every day, punished if they resisted, and beaten for getting sick. Many of them died from injuries, from infections, from suicide. And when the war ended, justice didn't show up. Records were destroyed, responsibility got blurry. Survivors were doubted, shamed, and ignored. And let's be clear, the United States does not get to stand above this. After Japan surrendered, military brothels were allowed to continue operating. Women were still being forced to serve as soldiers into 1946, American soldiers included. So when people act confused about why the statues matter, or why survivors are still angry, it's because memory is the only thing that some of these women ever got that resembled justice. That's why this keeps hitting a nerve, because it's not complicated, but because people keep trying to make it forgettable, and it's not.
Amen. So trying not to talk about the white man.
You can't get to a show without talking about the white man. Because again, I started this off with the problem of the problem is patriarchy. And patriarchy is a white man's thing. It's not for people of color. We don't operate like that. And we started to adopt those mentalities. Again, the proximity is what's hurting, because white men just care about ownership, right? And so I own everything. I discovered you, and you mine. Come give me some pussy, right? You know, I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it, right? And all that. Where in other cultures, historically, before that patriarchal bullshit and all that, they honor their women. Right. Yeah. And all that. And they want them to be safe and comfortable and happy and all that kind of stuff. It's not your job to pleasure me. It's our job to love on each other. Right. Right. And all that. Right. And those reciprocal things make for a healthy relationship and stuff like that. Right. So what would y'all say would be solutions to help women who have trouble with intimacy or initiating intimacy?
First of all,
come on.
Talk to your man. Talk to your man. And men, whatever your relationship status is, talk to your significant other. Be open, be vulnerable, even if it's embarrassing. Y'all can laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if your partner feels, a little embarrassed or about talking about it, bust your ass to make them feel comfortable talking about it, because that is to both of y'all favor. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, for real, you love each other, you care about each other, you're attracted to each other, you want the same thing, but everybody wants to be comfortable in the same thing. So and do more listening and talking. Listen to what they saying. Find out what that person needs, especially if it's the person that's a little shyer about it. You know what I mean? Give them space to feel open. Agree with 100, over agree with the things that you agree with, so they can feel more comfortable about talking more. And the more you learn and the more they get comfortable, trust me, the freakier you'll get in a pleasurable way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because my freaky meter is like, you know what I'm saying? So I talk a lot. I'm like, look, I'm trying to do it. I research shit. Like, I'm like, what new shit?
That's good. That's good. That's good right there. Because some men don't feel like they have to study for it or have to look for it. But like, my boy was the way he is because he studied women. He studied what women like, that they enjoy what they want. Like, I was like, man, thank you.
I'm a man. I don't know how a woman's body work, and I'm blind. So I can't just assume I know how. Yeah. When people say like, "Oh, I know women because I done dated a lot of women," shut the fuck up, because you sound like that lady who says, "I know how to raise kids because I used to babysit my niece and my nephew."
Right? Yeah. No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know, and I don't pretend to know, which is why I be like, "Yo, how was that? What was that? Boom!" Like it's to the point where sometimes I'm pretty sure it's aggravating. Because like not right at, but like the next day I'll be like, look, I tried that. What you thought? Give me some feedback. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's how you know. But just be open with those questions. You know what I'm saying? Two things people do that I think are complete failures in their lives. We are not as expressive and open with our partners, and we're not expressive and open with our fucking doctors. Tell a fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Tell the doctor the truth.
Let me hear my
always tell them the truth. Like, who lies to their doctor, man?
Oh, so many.
No, I mean, like, I know there are a lot, but like, why would you ever do that? Because this is the person that's supposed to be in charge of your health, which is another thing on being open and communicative with your partner. They're the person who's supposed to take care of you know what I mean? Like, you take care of you, but they're the other person in this world that's going to be taking care of you in certain ways, like taking care of your heart. You know what I mean? Like romance, like actual treating your heart with care. So like, that's kind of, I don't know, those things. Like, I can't lie to my husband. It's just, it wouldn't make sense to me. Like, it wouldn't make sense. It would be it would be counterintuitive to my goals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In a relationship.
Yeah.
What
kind of solutions you think?
Well, I mean, Brian kind of jacked the ones I was saying, because I'm big on communication. I'm huge on communication, and as a trainer and all this stuff, I know like communication is like 95% of. If you just communicate, you can fix 95% of everything that's wrong. Mm-hmm. Because I just need to know. With my kids getting fucked up situations, you know why? It's because they didn't communicate.
Yeah.
And then when you tell me, it's like, oh, well, damn, if you would have told me this 2 days ago, we could have did this, and you wouldn't be in this situation right now.
Right.
But people don't talk because they don't want to deal with consequences. People don't want to talk to their doctor because they don't want their doctor to say, oh, sorry, Mr. Turner, you got cancer. I'd rather you tell me that, and then we figure out what we need to do next.
Right.
Yeah.
People don't like to talk to men don't like to talk to their partners because they want to seem like they Rico Suave and they got all this shit on lock.
Yeah.
And in reality, like Brian said, you don't know a woman's body. Just because when you was 15, 16, 17 years old, you slept with half of the high school, y'all wasn't doing nothing. You wasn't going down on nobody because you were lying to all your homeboys telling them you never did it. The one time you did it, you got scared. And you never.
We gotta talk about that one day too, because there are so many
the high school
fantasies
sex?
about.
But the high school sex was wild.
Because there are so many lies and deceptions out that we all believe, and we take it into adulthood.
Yeah, right? I mean, when I was in high school, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah,
I was copying some shit that I either heard, saw in the magazine, or saw on some porn video.
And it was more difficult in our high school days because there was no internet. So all we had was magazines. And you couldn't even read the magazine because half the pages were stuck together. So you know what I'm saying? You couldn't even get a clear picture.
I'm hoping my partner know more than I do. Show me something. But yeah, communicate, talk. Don't be scared to have that conversation.
I like that.
Shit, you know, talk about everything.
Don't be embarrassed. I mean, like he said, if they laugh together. Y'all laugh together. Mm-hmm. She uncomfortable, you uncomfortable.
Right.
She probably been wanting to ask you these same questions. Y'all been together 7 years. She been wanting to ask you these questions for 6.
Right. She been wanting you to put your
when
dick.
She figured out. When she figured out.
I hope your wife let you put your dick in her ear, Brian. I hope she got. I hope you got that. I hope if nobody else got the message today in the 2 hours that we have sat here and talked, I hope that Mrs. Brian understands that he want to put his dick in her ear at some point in time. Mrs. Brian, please let him put his dick in your ear if you haven't done so already. Because I mean, y'all been together long enough that you probably already made it to that ear.
I know.
But I think he needs to revisit the ear. I'm just trying to let you know. We need to revisit the ear.
I mean, like Harley said, when she scooped, you should know. I shouldn't have to tell you. It's brothers today, right now. If you scoop, they ain't gonna know why you all over me, man. Back up. You know,
I'm putting my booty on you on purpose, boy.
That was your invitation.
Some men look
That's like a universal sign. I thought that was a universal sign. You know, Rochelle, what you think about solutions?
For solutions, how do I you gotta it's hard to explain because I tried to make sure that Amon knows or you know, my husband, whatever, that he knows that pretty much nothing is gonna give me the ick.
Right. Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Right.
Like there was a conversation going around online for a little while about like what instantly gave you the ick. And there was something that made me laugh so hard because it would have guaranteed a second date with me. Mm-hmm. And when I was laughing so hard as I'm telling my husband, he's like, I don't get it. And I was like, babe, I know you don't get it. And he's like, how is it any different than this thing I do? It's not. What I'm trying to explain to you is that would not have given me the ick. It almost would have guaranteed that person was getting a second date. Like, you know, so like, it to me, it's just, I try to make sure on my end that it's no judgment. Mm-hmm. Like you can be vulnerable with me so that we can talk it out. Like, that's what I feel like I can do is try to create the safe space. And I mean, I don't know because I'm not the one to hold my tongue, so I don't know in that.
Fred out the dog.
Fred's gonna live.
Fred gonna live.
Fred, you are not.
Amen. Fred gonna be all right.
Dang, I'm sorry. You're right.
I'm glad you're gonna be around, brother. Because I wasn't gonna do nothing to damn good she killed.
I'm not putting a dick in their head. So we won't be
talking about the problem. It's Brian that wants to put his dick in
there. Yeah, Brian wants the dick in there.
You ain't even gotta worry about that.
I feel like Fred was quiet because he want to put the dick in the nose. He just ain't gonna say nothing.
You know, the former hole, like ear hole that had the plug in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my gauge. You guys would not believe how many men want to put their dick in my gauge hole.
Say that something. See, that's the thing, bro.
I'm a trendsetter, baby. Trendsetter out there.
All right, I need my sister-in-law to chime in on this conversation. You need to be stopped.
Oh, Harley, what you think about solutions? What you think?
Before you talk to anybody else, you got to talk to yourself. Get in that mirror. Get a good mirror. Male, female, whoever you are, get a good mirror. Get in the mirror. Open your legs. Bend over. Okay? Look at all your parts. And if you're feeling good enough, touch some of your parts and figure out what things you like and what things you don't like. And then once you get comfortable with that, invite somebody else into the conversation. You got to feel comfortable with the conversation first. And not enough of us feel comfortable with the conversation individually.
That's what's up. God damn it. Well, I think we need to charge people for tonight's episode. Everybody that's watching, send us $5. I ain't gonna lie. This was good. This was really good.
Some of the stuff we had already talked about, I want to quickly go back over as solutions as well. Be sure you're redefining what counts as initiation, because somebody might feel like holding hand is initiation, and somebody else be like, no, you got to actually touch the cooch, right? And all that. So figure out what your own definitions are. Start with non-sexual physical intimacy. It don't always have to lead all the way to the and some of us can get the without the actual action if you know what you're doing. And remember, it's up here and all that. So like
the back rubs, do it just because.
Yeah, just a hand on the thigh when you're driving.
Real back rub. Don't just be rubbing ass.
I actually like not real scratch, but to get my husband, he doesn't need any help falling asleep. But when I can see he's tired and he's not quite asleep, I just do this on his back and like very lightly, like. And he doesn't realize, but he purrs, and he does, and I know he doesn't realize. It's funny. And he just goes, it's more like moaning. He's just like,
right.
And then he falls right asleep. And that's
a new way to soothe your man. If y'all laying with each other, just rub his balls. Just while you laying down, y'all laying down and cuddling and watching. Just put a little something in your hand and just rub his ball. Just cradle the ball.
Gently,
Yeah, y'all.
Like Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, try that shit, lady.
It was the Lawrence Fishburne on Boys in the Hood while y'all watching TV. Don't even make no eye contact. Just
I like that.
Just keep on watching Avatar Fire and Ash.
You said fire and ass?
You just said it's a porn version to everything. This is porn version to everything.
Oh God. Be sure that each partner feels safe to change their mind. Like they can stop at any point. They can say, don't do that, but you could do this.
Right.
Slow it down, so have bedroom vocabulary. Be confident in the bedroom to have that vocabulary to stop at any point and all that. And these are not for my present company, but for the people who do. Stop shaming women for being sexually expressive.
Right.
You got it. If you expecting her to initiate, you can't shame her when she do. And you can't laugh at her, you can't make fun of her, because that happened to me too before, where I was made fun of for my effort, because I did not feel comfortable, and I realized I didn't feel comfortable because I used to make it a joke when I did it. So it wasn't, I would joke around and do it, and he'd be like, "You always joking with that." So it made me check myself and be like, "Okay, I'm uncomfortable with it if I have to joke in order to do it."
Right.
And then the time that I did get serious and put on the lingerie and text him and say, come upstairs and all that kind of stuff. One, took forever. And two, I was like, he made it silly. He was like, and I was like, no, it took a lot of confidence to do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then at that point, I'm not interested. I don't want to. And I will not.
Did he kick his ass? Like he didn't. Is it too late to kick his ass?
It's not too late. I should have let y'all kick his ass back in the day.
Should have let me do it.
Then I know. I know. You did stop
that for making you feel that.
Yes, you did stop.
That's our job.
That could have saved me a lot of trouble if I'd have just let y'all kick his ass when y'all wanted to kick his ass.
I remember this. Okay, I know you're talking about, and you did stop that.
Because when I cried, y'all was like, oh no, this is a whole different. We about to go. We can,
we had.
I was like, look, I know people that know people. I can get them wiped out. you ain't got to worry about it and all that. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Y'all could have saved my
biggest
life.
regret is not using my brothers more often in life. A lot
I
more.
know.
A lot more young men. A lot more young men
so
got their heads knocked around.
There you go.
I'm telling you. Yeah, you gotta know.
You go.
You know.
Well, we would have been
be sure you responding for men. Respond well, whichever partner it is. Respond warmly when the other person initiates. Talk about rejection before it happens. That's important. If you discuss how you that you might be afraid of it, and then you can be affirming. Help that person's identity in their initiation style. Because again, it could be playful, it could be verbal, it could be sending a hot message or, sending a porn video or something. You got to honor how that person does initiate, right? But if you agree already at what does count as initiation, you shouldn't have that issue. What else? We talked about the mental overload and the matrix and all the shit and going to work and taking care of the kids and all that kind of stuff. If you got to schedule fucking sex. Like people like, I just wanted to be spontaneous. They ain't gonna happen all spontaneous.
I had it scheduled before we put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
It works out. I'm telling you.
Be intentional.
Because, sometimes life don't let you be spontaneous.
It don't. It really, really don't. So sometimes you got to get on the calendar and create that moment and stuff like that.
That was a tip for me because I don't like stuff like that. Like that stuff like that will make me less interested. But now that I am in a space where my stepchildren live with me, that is going to become my reality. And I'm actually very afraid of that becoming my reality. Like, I'm afraid of being the woman at home, especially being that I have a polyamorous partner. So he can go have wild, crazy sex with other people. And I'm the person that's like, folding clothes and shit. Like, I just don't want to.
You don't want to do that.
That's never what I want to be.
And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't see that happening to you.
Sex for me, and then go on the streets and get the other sex, which our dynamic supports that. But I don't want that because then now I don't feel the sexiness that I felt, and I feel like I sacrificed who I wanted to be the matriarch in this home. But I don't want to ever sacrifice myself as a sexual being to be that. Like, I don't want to be the bitch at home, even though I'm the bitch at home.
Yeah, but you the sexy bitch at home, no.
Yeah, I want to be the sexy bitch at home. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with that. And I really don't see that happening with you because again, it's a matter of if you need to schedule it. But that don't mean there ain't gonna be spontaneous moments that you're not gonna have. But you got to take advantage of those, right? We all been in a situation where we be like, we got 10 minutes before the kids get home. Or we got 10 minutes before this next thing happens. Let's get one in right quick, right? So like those are good moments too, or whatever. Or sneaking. You could be in a room full of people with some cover over you and have a little touchy-feely, right? And all that. So like, and that part is exciting. You have to be creative. You have to be creative in your sex life, right? And improve the quality of the sexual experience, people, because ain't nobody initiating with you if you ain't doing what you need to do. Like, so check yourself on that. Explore. Create an intimacy menu. That's why I like the cards. I like the games. I like the dice and all that kind of stuff, because all that stuff make it spicy and make it different. And I think it takes some of the pressure away from somebody got to ask somebody something.
Okay, I want to send a subliminal message out, honey. If you're still watching, I've got 2 words: strip poker.
Because you do like poker, huh?
Come on, strip poker.
Come on, strip poker. Mm-hmm.
Gotta be a competitive game.
You shouldn't have to force sexual connection. If it ain't happening that night, it ain't happening that night.
Yeah.
Because people be in the mood, they be doing their thing and all. And then practice low stakes initiation. Like, start small. Think about some small things that, can you initiate a kiss? You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah.
And of course, as a therapist, I'm gonna tell you to heal the stuff that's underneath on both sides, the initiator, initiatee, and all that. How do you approach sex? And if there's underlying issues, whether they're systemic and whether your mama didn't give you what you needed, your dad didn't give you what you needed, or you just don't feel good about you, I'm gonna always say, come to therapy, baby. Talk about the things. Sometimes people have sexual assault histories that interfere with their ability to feel close to their partner. That means you got to come and work that thing out and figure out and get to know your body in a way that where it's not being assaulted, where it's not being taken, or you don't have control and all that kind of stuff. So you have to recondition your mind and your body for those things and all that. And men express the need up underneath the complaint. Instead of saying you never initiate, be like, I want to feel desired. I want to feel sexy, you know, and all that. So instead of, you know, like I would say, woe is me, or bitching and complaining, talk about what's underneath that. Like, I feel lonely, or I feel sad, or babe, I need to touch you. I need to be connected to you in that way, because I do want closeness. I ain't just trying to get in it. Like, you know, I just want to get in it. You know what I mean?
Ask for what you want.
Right. But that means you have to identify what you really want. Which is why we help you on this show to express those things and understand those things underneath. Right? All right. So I think that's a good wrap up. That's a real good wrap up. Y'all think? Okay. All right. So as we get ready to wrap up, I'm going to mention also, for those who do have trouble initiating, and especially women I'm talking to, we are having a Me First Women's Retreat, and that's going to be on the 27th of this month. Man, the month has already started, y'all. But it'll be on the 27th of this month. And this is one of those activities, or one of those things you can engage in to become more confident about yourself and learn about yourself and put yourself first, because your sexual health is important and such. So, Fred, tell them what to do. I can't hear Fred.
Yeah,
you muted.
Fred,
you muted. You muted.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I thought I hit the button at the bottom. I hit the button over there. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to subscribe, comment. Please comment. As you can see, when comments go well, we have great conversations. I want to thank you for kicking off this comment section. You lit this comment section up.
Thanks, Michelle.
And you can follow us on all social media platforms. Don't forget, we are on Amazon. Don't forget.
always got to mention we on Amazon.
And coming back soon to Spotify. That one was a shout out.
I mean, it's on there, just it ain't up to date. I'm uploading though, y'all, a little bit at a time. I'm an entrepreneur. I got a lot of things to do. Okay. All right. Damn it.
You did. You lit that comment section up, man.
Yeah, you did. And don't forget also of our RX Aftercare, where we talk a little bit about, and there's only one of those up too. I'm doing what I can, but show up for the RX Aftercare, where we give a little recap and talk about some resources, recommendations, some revolution, and maybe even a little reality check. So that's another way you can engage in our stuff. Tell them about it, Brian.
We are definitely not here to change your mind about anything. We're here to make you think. Choice is always yours. And I want to give a special shout out to Harley, who's basically a regular here. Basically, she on 3 different freaking podcasts. For real. so check
not
out.
Not only a professional best friend, but
right.
Best friend, but she's also a professional guest.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be a part of y'all family. So y'all don't even understand that y'all
you already that. You're already that.
Y'all gonna look up, and I'm gonna be in Louisiana. A little rib in my hand, doing the electric slap at y'all next reunion.
But definitely check Harley out on Beyond 1130 with my main man Dre on Wheels. You know.
Yeah. And Harley, tell them about what you're doing right now.
Right now, I'm on all my social media platforms, which is the little name that's right above my title. And I crochet on a day-to-day basis, kind of just showcase my talent. And then that's kind of where I get my most authentic customer. It's like the person that sees me creating and it's like, hey, I want that. So usually whenever you guys see me crocheting, what's on screen is not called for. And so you can always reach out to me and ask for it. And you can watch me create it and then I ship it off to you.
And then also. And Rochelle, are you accepting coaching clients right now? You feeling it?
Yes, I can accept coaching clients. So right now, I'm working on coaching people. I'll say it's human flourishing. So working on you as a whole person.
Yes.
Working through, 6 different domains that are in all parts of your life. And, we'll work on the most ones that we see, will help promote your life to where you want it to be. And another thing that I would like to specialize with um, you or others with is suicide prevention. So
Absolutely.
if there are any adolescents out there, we can go 13 and up. If there are any adolescents out there who need any kind of, work, to talk to somebody that isn't a therapist. I work on goals. So I'm a goal oriented coach. Just kind of like if you were working, practicing for a sport,
Yeah.
I'm there at your practices to help you get you to, game day. So, with suicide prevention, that's kind of what it is. And not just working with the individual who may be contemplating attempting suicide, but also working with those who work with adolescents, so that we can work on preventing suicide in those as well.
So if you are interested in that service, you can holler at Rochelle through Choosing Empowerment. She on the site. Her email is on the site. If you want to schedule a consultation, you just send us a message and let us know, and we can get you hooked up with Rochelle. Y'all don't forget that we are conscious, we are aware, we stay prepared, and we ain't never, ever scared.
Don't let nobody bullshit you this week, y'all. Fuck the dumb shit.
Come on, mama. That's right. Y'all have a good one, and we shall see y'all on the next week.
Peace out.